Hello everyone, and today we're going to use Sharpie permanent markers for, well, another use they're not supposed to be used for. You know what I'm talking about, drawing tattoos on your arms with Sharpie markers in class, you know. So if these look familiar, they are familiar, but I used a completely different technique this time than I did with my last ones. Start off by painting your nails white, because colors show up best on white, imagine that. Add a quick dry top coat because we're going to add nail vinyls, but even more than that, you want to create a nice seal on your nails so that the Sharpie ink thing does cool things on top of it. Ooh, look at all these Sharpies. I probably bought them one day in a Staples when I had no actual use for all these colors. But why get one color when you can get the rainbow? You're also going to need some alcohol. No, not that kind of alcohol, you silly drunk people. I use rubbing alcohol compound, and if it says isopropyl alcohol, oh, I think I'm drunk, I can't even speak, then it's probably the same thing, so it's still good. What's in this stuff anyways? Ethanol anhydrous? I don't remember grade 10 chemistry, I'm sorry Mrs. Sam D. You're gonna need some little container things. They can be glass or plastic, and I have no idea why I even have these. I just found them under my bathroom counter. And then the idea is that you're going to use it as a container that holds your colored dye. So take your permanent marker, just one color per cup, scribble it all around the container thingy, and take a random brush you don't care about because I don't know what's going to happen to it, dip it in the alcohol, and then put it in the cup. Now, I haven't tested this yet. The shot you're seeing right now is the first time I actually did this, so I don't even know what I'm doing. But I just painted it on paper to see what was happening, and I think that's how it's supposed to be working. I don't know. I got a better idea, because y'all know how much I love yogurt. People always ask me how much yogurt I eat, because I seem to have a clean, fresh yogurt lid in every tutorial. And yeah, the answer is I eat a whole lot of yogurt. You can use any plastic lid container. It doesn't have to be yogurt. Basically, if it doesn't absorb the Sharpie ink, then you're probably good. The more you scribble, the more ink you'll get. Alright, let's try this again. Dip my brush in alcohol and spread it all over the yogurt lid container. Yeah, this is definitely more fun than the little cup thing. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I have a bigger surface area to make a mess? I'm not sure. More colors, yes. I don't know why or what I'm doing yet. I'm just testing, guys, but it's gonna work. So you should also do this and have fun before you start your nail art because it's very satisfying. Look at that. I even made purple. Now watch what happens when I add even more alcohol into the Sharpie ink. This is where you start to see that really cool watercolor effect because it kind of pools and separates and almost looks like bacteria under a microscope. I don't know, it's got this cool outline thing going on when I try and experiment with it. I am a genius, yes, perfect, excellent. Let's begin. So I could just take all these different colors of Sharpie ink and put them randomly like blobs all over my nail, but that's kind of boring to be honest, and that's been done before. So instead, we're gonna put the Sharpie ink over nail vinyls because nail vinyls are the pinnacle of creativity. So you have seen this concept done before when I did my mermaid watercolor nails, but that was using acrylic paint, and once you dilute acrylic paint with water, the colors are gonna be less saturated. But before we begin, we gotta protect our cuticles with some Simply Peel good stuff. Link is always in the video description box below because if we don't do this, then the Sharpie ink is going to get all up in our cuticles and then we're going to have permanently colored weird cuticles. And it won't be a good look. You're probably thinking I made a huge mess on my blackboard, aren't you? Ah, the beauty of liquid latex. I love it. After the Simply Peel is on, we're gonna peel up our nail vinyls and apply them on our nails. And sometimes I miss a few little thingies in between, but I just put it on the reverse side of the nail vinyl and bam, all the spaces are out and we're ready to go. The beauty of these nail vinyls is that you can use whatever pattern you want and you won't have had to draw it on yourself. I'm using diamonds here, but there's also heart designs and mermaid vinyls and Moroccan vinyls and all these other kinds of vinyls, and there's so much selection at Twinkle Tea. As always, the link is below for my favorite nail vinyl store, and you can use my code SIMPLY for 10% off whatever you buy. Oh yeah, I was cutting around the sides of the vinyl to make it fit my nail a bit better because my nails are quite curved. Make sure the vinyl is pressed down super firmly to the nail. This is important, otherwise the Sharpie ink stuff is gonna leak under the vinyl, which did happen to me anyways, but whatever. And now you can revert to your child self and take out that frustration of being told by your parents to not scribble all over the walls. And then drink some alcohol. Did I say drink? I meant take some alcohol and then put it on the Sharpie ink. And then you're gonna take your alcohol-soaked Sharpie ink and put it all over your nails on top of the vinyls. What a great combination of chemicals knuckles to be sniffing in the fumes. I then took some more alcohol and blended it with the pink and started making things purple. Yes, because I don't know, it's like a gradient all of a sudden. Then I added some pink Sharpie on my nails, but I did use a different brush because I wasn't sure if my blue brush would be stained by the permanent blue Sharpie ink. It turns out you can wash Sharpie ink off with acetone, but I found that out later. Now the coolest part about using vinyls for this technique is not just that you're gonna have colored diamond shapes, it's that the more alcohol and Sharpie ink you add in between each little vinyl shape, the more of an outline shape effect you're gonna get. My impression is that this happens because the ink kind of pools around the edges of each shape, but I don't know, science or mixing or something. When you're done your messy masterpiece, just peel off the vinyl to reveal that beautiful effect. Then peel off your Simply Peel like no big deal, and yes, I realize it kind of bled a little at the tip of my nail. So to kind of clean that up, you can just take a cleanup brush. I'm using my favorite ones from Twinkle Tea, a super skinny thin one that's gonna fit just nicely in between those diamond shapes. Dip the brush in a little bit of acetone and then just outline the shapes to kind of clear up that Sharpie ink that bled in between the diamonds. Whoops! So you think we're done, and you think naturally the next step has to be that we put top coat on it, but wait, don't do it! Because this is why. I put a regular glossy top coat on my pinky finger and it majorly desaturated the colors. See, look what happens. Look at that science. What's happening? Why is it doing that? I don't know. Don't you worry. Holo to the rescue. Yeah, look at that. That's a new holo top coat I just got. And it's not diluting shit. Now, you've often seen me use Fun Lacquer's diamond holo top coat, but I figured for this design I wanted the holo to be a little bit more dispersed so I can see a little more of the color because we are painting it over a lighter colored design. Yeah, I know. You want to see a comparison in a holo top coat war. Don't worry, it's in the plans, everyone. Like I say for every other video. So now I know that this holo top coat is not going to ruin the color of my Sharpie ink. I just put one thin coat on my nails and bam, now I'm a holo Sharpie. I wouldn't be so upset if these nails actually turned out to be permanent. Now after you've added the holo top coat and let it dry, then it's safe to put on a glossy top coat to help seal off the nail and make it super shiny. So basically the moral of the story is that you need a holo top coat to protect you from all bad things in the world. Except for you, Pinky. But you did martyr yourself for the well-being of all my other nails, so we thank you for your service. Actually, now that I think about it, the way the Pinky turned out kind of reminds me of how acrylic paint watercolor technique turns out. Less saturated, but I guess it depends on the kind of look you're going for. For me personally, I want more colors and more holo. Hope you enjoyed this look, guys. Now I'm off to eat some more yogurt. See you next time. Bye.